of course, even though I have everything set up and we're all happy and skippy, YouTube decides to completely change everything. So welcome back to the shop, everyone. I haven't seen you in a few days. Been doing a ton of other stuff, and you know, the other side of my life involves music and guitars, and so I have to sort of manage time between the two, and that cuts into time with you guys. So a whole bunch of guitar stuff coming up. If you're interested in that, you can check out my personal page. There'll be a whole bunch of stuff going up there very soon. Working on the audio for that this week, and we should be done with mastering all the audio. So that's coming if you have any interest in that. Yeah, and by the way, Rockstar still has not called, just to update you there. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have the fan going in the background. It rained earlier and it's really humid, and there's no AC in the shop here, so I'm trying to run the fan to keep humidity normal. We have our new PDC, the Power Distribution Center for the trunk, and I wanted to show that to you guys. I worked on it a little bit this afternoon, yesterday and this afternoon, getting it labeled and getting the paper off of it. And I hope you guys like it. If you have suggestions, comments, questions, whatever, definitely put it down there. I'll get back to you, or thumbs up, or delete, or whatever is necessary. So, oh, wait, what do we got here? Hey, Liz. Cars, guitars, and limo trunks, what's not to enjoy? That is a very good point. That is a very good point. It's all good stuff. The guitar stuff is a little different, and I try to keep everything separated, but sometimes they cross over. That's just because it's me. So I'll give you guys a quick thing. You can see the trunk is open. The limo is also on the racer amps because I need to get under there to finish the wiring. So I haven't finished the wiring yet, but I want to show you guys where audio is clear even with the fan. Cool, thanks. I want to show you guys where the power distribution center is going, what it's going to look like. Some of you have seen this. You've watched previous live streams and you've seen it. So we'll just do this one quick tonight. You guys can have a kind of a preview on all of it, and then when it's all wired up, you get to see that. Also, a quick update on the locks for the trunk. Those locks, the ones with the black, will not be available until the end of the year, possibly the top of the year. So I don't have a lock for the car for the trunk that's not a bungee cord until the top of the year. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. There is the old method. When I first got the car, it did not have a key cylinder at all, and you opened it with a screwdriver. You had a very long screwdriver. It's a major distance to go from the keyhole back here all the way. The lock mechanism sits right here, so it's about 5 or 6 inches before it gets to the lock mechanism. So that was kind of a pain in the ass, and that's why I wanted to get the key cylinder in there, so that you could just use a key to turn it instead of a massive 12-inch screwdriver. And also, it was very hard to get it in the little slot, and then you had to have a thick enough screwdriver where it would turn. It was bad. Anyway, no keys until no cylinders until probably the end of this year, the top of the year. The good news is I did get another. Where did it go? I don't think I hung it up yet. Maybe I did. Nope. I think I still have it in a safe place, but I did get one new gold door trunk key. So I got one new key. Probably get another one. Again, these gold keys, I don't know if you guys have seen these before. Some of you guys have, and some of you guys haven't. These gold keys for the Cadillacs, this one is strictly for ignition. The square shape is just for ignition. That's for turning the car on and off. This one does your door, your trunk, your glove box, anything else, and that's the oval one. These gold keys, does the gold show up? Yeah, the gold shows up pretty good there. These gold keys are very, very difficult to find now. Very difficult. You can find ones that are pre-cut, which is very weird to me. Who the hell would buy a pre-cut key? It's so hard to rekey these cylinders. I don't know why someone would buy a pre-cut key, but I guess you can if you really want to. So finding these and then finding the right number code. This is a D key, which is the shape and all that, and how it slides in there. Finding a D key is really difficult. So I did, I have 2 new spare keys, but I have to wait until I get the cylinder so I can get the key cut correctly. So that's just how it goes. I'll probably use the screwdriver method when the car's out and about. I don't really want a bungee cord holding the trunk down, so we'll use the screwdriver method just because I know that it works. And it secures the trunk. So let me show you guys the trunk. I'm going to bring you guys over, and I'll try and get you a good shot inside the trunk. You can see where the PDC is going to go, and I only have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 wires, 5 wires, 4 wires left to hook up. So, all right, let me wheel you guys over here. I'm trying not to step in any millipedes again, too. They're all over, man. All right, what else we got here? Both my 89 caddy keys. Yeah, the gold key thing was a package that was available from Cadillac dealers, and that gold key was part of it. And we'll get a light going here. That's a little better. We also have the new rubber seal coming. I did finally find the correct rubber seal, and it's on the way, which is a good thing, because this is like a knife edge right now. This is just sheet metal that's been formed, and it's super sharp. So whenever you put your hands on here, it's like putting your hands on, just resting it on a knife edge. So we're going to get new seal here. It also keeps the water, rain, all that other crap out. So here we go. Here is the new power distribution center. And I'll get a good shot of this for you guys because I didn't get a good shot of the old one. So there we go. All right. So I'll explain everything. First off, we have our, this is our Wi-Fi and our door controller. And on the bottom underneath there, I put the name of the app. So, you know, if someone else owns this car or whatever, they can at least look under there, see the name of the app to use to do this. We have our 3 spare relays. We were going to use these for the door poppers, but I custom wired these 2 guys, and it works a lot better. Hang on, I got to turn that off. We're going to use these spares down the road somewhere, just not quite sure yet. They'll probably be for the pumps or valves that control water flow into the tank. So that's why they're mounted here. This is a fuse for the keyed power for the license plate relays. And this is all custom wiring for these relays, which is actually, I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard, but that's pretty cool. And then up here we have hot and not hot, or sorry, unhot. And I had about 5 different versions that I wanted to put on here, but I didn't. And also, none of these are in code. All of these are very simple English, straightforward on what they do. Like the old board, you know, it was like ZZ and RR and ABC, and you didn't know what the hell was what. So here we have everything labeled correct. If you're working on a car and you can't tell that red is hot and black is ground, I can't help you. Sorry, man. So I'm going to hop in the trunk here and do some car yoga, and I'm going to show you guys where this thing is going. It's just going to be a little temporary mount. So give me a second to hop in here because the car's up a lot higher than it normally would be. And see, I'm putting my weight on this thing to try and get in the car, and it's like pressing on a knife edge. Oh, definitely need new trim in here. And I'll move the light for you guys too, because my body is basically blocking all of the light. So this guy, and this is how big this trunk is. Like, I'm 6'1", and you could easily get two of me in here. There's still this whole section over here and this whole section. My arms are almost totally spread. This is a big ass trunk. So here we have these are our door wires. These are controlling the passenger and driver's side door. So those plugs need to get done. This is, well, technically, this will be our full-time power. This is a huge 4-gauge wire here. In the meantime, until we get everything wired up the way we want it wired, the full-time power is actually going to come from this. This guy has full-time power, so I just ran a little lead here. And so here we have full-time power right here. And then this is our license plate controller, and this is full-time power. This is switched power. That's how simple that is. And this guy is all split loomed and heat shrink. And once the wiring is done, he'll get that black hot glue that I was talking about. He'll get black hot glue on the heat shrink, or on the split loom back here, and that'll keep it up off the floor, out of the way of everything. So the wires are a little bit long right now, because when everything gets installed in here, the switched wiring comes up from the back, which is what tomorrow is. Then we know how long all of the wires need to be. But also, you guys haven't seen it without all the paper grid on there. So let me get this stuff kind of out of the way. Hang on. Just going to grab our door wires. Of course, they don't behave, right? So we'll just make them behave. And I have no clue why they used 10-gauge wire for all that. So there is one. Thought he was going to stay put. I was hopeful. All right, come back here, buddy. You do not stay put. I can't see. Hang on. There he is. He doesn't want a thread in here. There he goes. Need a little more power than my hand supplies, but there's our PDC installed. I'll bring you guys around here and get you a little closer shot. Slightly better shot. That's our new power distribution center. As you can tell, this is off of the floor. We have it's about an inch here. It's about 2 inches here. It's at a little bit of an angle, so if anything does get on here, it'll run off. Hopefully, it won't stay on it. Also, that's going to be a little bit more exaggerated or whatever, but he's in line with the trunk. That's what, or in the trunk lid edge. That's what we were going for. So our leads for the door will actually come in through here, through the handle. That's our green here and our green up here. They will come in through here. and also our switched power. Our main hot will obviously come in through the back and come up here, and that's our full-time hot. That's really all we've got left to do. And this is going to, obviously, when it's cranked down, it'll be super sturdy. It's also, since it's plastic, it's weather resistant. It's not going to warp. It's not going to dry out. And it's a lot harder to catch on fire than plywood. So if anything bad does happen, hopefully this just melts. And I love that we have extras in here with the fuses built in. So we don't have a separate fuse box. We have our fuses either built into the relays, or in this case, we have the fuse in line. So the other good part is with the switched power, we also have a fuse up front. So we have a 20 amp here and we have a 10 amp up front. So we're in pretty good shape. And I think that's it. The only downside is the Wi-Fi is going to be full-time hot, but I think in the app there's a timer where you can set that for inaction and it drops the Wi-Fi down to whatever, or it drops the voltage down. So I don't know. He pulls half an amp and he's 5 volts, but I think you can drop it down, or he can timer power off without action. I have to check the app and see what's in there. But this is our driver's side door. This is our passenger side door. It's all super simple now. Also, our ground here goes into the support member of the car, which goes directly to the frame. So we have a really nice solid ground. I'm pretty happy with this. This is going to be really nice. Way, way better than the huge chunk of plywood that was in here. That it was not, it got the job done, but it was not very professional. It didn't look very good. So I was not very happy with it. And I don't think anyone was even kind of impressed by it. At least I hope no one was ever impressed by it. But that's where we're at right now. So hopefully you guys like this. This is going to do everything that we needed to do in the trunk. Plus, we now have options. We have bus bars for power. We have options for valves or pumps, or whatever we want relay power for. And we can also have it either switched, or we can have it full-time hot. So normally with relays and stuff, you'll do it full-time hot. I guess I shouldn't say normal. Switched is probably a safer way. Full-time hot if you need stuff like the Wi-Fi. So that's it. And this is a much cleaner setup. If you guys remember the other one from a few weeks ago when we ripped it out and threw it in the trash, you guys know how much cleaner this looks and how much nicer this looks. Also, just kind of how much better it is all around. So I'm going to hop out of here. If you guys really want to watch, it'll be kind of comedic, but I'm just going to hop out of the trunk. And it's so hard, like putting your hand on this edge, but you don't really have a support otherwise. Try not to crush my balls on that edge either. That would be bad. So put this away for now. Done with that, and we're done with our light. And we'll come back over here. That's about it for the update for tonight. Hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully that was kind of interesting or slightly productive. I'll come back. I'll bring it back over to the more millipedes. God, what are you guys doing over here? All right. So there we go. So there you go. There's the new PDC. Very happy with it. See if we can get a better shot here. There we go. Slightly. And this rig just rolls wherever the hell it wants to. So super happy with this. It's going to be a lot cleaner. The other thing that's really good is it can come out in and out very easily. There'll be plugs for these connections that are permanently in the car. So if we need to remove it, unplug, pull it out. If we need to add stuff, we have space down here. We can still add stuff. We also have space down here underneath the relays. So if we need to add anything in there, it should be pretty easy, right? I hope, maybe. That's about it for tonight. And we'll get this thing wired up, and then the car will get flipped around. So it was raining today. I couldn't flip the car around. So we'll get the car flipped, and we'll get cracking on all of the electronics and engine stuff up front and get this thing running, driving, and with headlights and all that cool stuff. So thanks everyone for hanging out today. I really appreciate it tonight. And folks, keep an eye on Jamaica. It's going to get absolutely hammered by that hurricane, and it's not going to be good. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. And I'm going to spin you back around here just to get you out of the way. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Give me a kiss on the tip of their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will catch you. We'll catch you later this week. We might do some Miata stuff, too. Who doesn't love a Miata, right? All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, millipede buddies, you got to go.